Hello, my name is Nawa-ish, and welcome back to Illustrator Plays Minecraft. Look at all these ores I got. I finally stuck up. Oh, that was close. I think I'm gonna go home now. Like I was saying before I got interrupted, I got a lot of ores, especially iron, because today we're going to be making an auto-smelter. Oh, that actually reminds me. At the end of last episode, I was able to get an ender pearl, and I do have a blaze rod, which means I can make an ender chest. Eye of Ender, obsidian, ender chest. Yay! Oh, this is great. I can put so many things in here. Like my armor, maybe even the bundles, my extra tools. The spot does look a bit bare now, but I'll fill it with something else. Alright, let's talk about that auto-smelter. In the last episode, we made this workshop, which is connected here to this lava cave. And there's these pipes which are pumping lava through the wall. And that connects to this room, which is where the smelter will go. I'm not too sure how big it's gonna be, so let's open this up a bit more. This looks good for now. We're gonna need a lot of hoppers, so let's break down the iron that we got. I think this will be enough, but maybe not. We'll see. I think I want to put down the bare bones of the smelter first, so we'll have a better idea at how it'll sit in the room. It'll go against this wall with a bit of a bend at the back, all the furnaces lined up, with the hoppers on top, and the output chest would be here. I don't like how this looks. It's really closing off the room, and I don't like how the first thing that you see when you walk in is just the side of the smelter. I think I would prefer it if you can see the line of furnaces right in front of you, right as you walk in. So let's take everything down. So back to square one, and I think I'm gonna take time and doodle some ideas and concepts for the room. Maybe that way I'll get a better feel for how the room should look. So let's do a simple layout. I'm imagining some sort of pump machine that draws the lava out from the cave into a storage tank, and from the storage tank it goes into the smelter, which is just this big clunky thing. The input and output chest can also be covered, and there should be some sort of ventilation duct to take out all the heat generated by the smelter. Alright, let's put down some dirt and see what this will look like. Close this off. So the pipes are coming out of this wall like this, and the pumping machine thingy is here, and the tank of lava over here. Well, that's not good. The troubles we go through without mending. Alright, let's see what this enchantment will get me. We can combine them and get efficiency 5. Sweet. Okay, back to this. I did have to go back and get more iron, but the basic smelter is done. So let's test it out. Yay! I'm definitely glad that I decided to change where the smelter was gonna go. It's really satisfying to see all the furnaces light up. And now we can start thinking about what this room and all the little details are gonna look like. At first, I was just going to do one drawing of the entire room, with the pump machine, the tank, and the smelter. But then I got really invested in figuring out what the pump machine should look like. Ultimately, I went with this design. I want to bring some movement into this room, so it would be cool if there are pistons inside of the machine. For the smelter, I didn't change too much of the design. It's still just a big machine with a line of furnaces. And there needs to be that ventilation duct coming from the smelter, and the duct will go up and out through the ceiling to the animated fan that I made last episode. And as a reminder, this is the animated fan. Somewhere behind the smelter, I want to make a small bamboo farm so that it can automatically input fuel into the chest. Drawing this room did make me start wondering about the tech level of this world. Clearly there's a way to power these machines, and I'm assuming that's just redstone. I don't think it'll be commonplace to have new technology in this world. And the machines that do exist are all old and broken down. But over time, people have scavenged and pieced together things to make it all work. So going with that idea, I want to make the machines in here really grimy and rusty. I also want to use nether brick in this room, probably for the smelter itself, and also the wall between this room and the cave. So I think we're all ready to start building. Alright, so the forge is going to be mostly nether brick. And I had some cooking while I was drawing. So the palette is gonna be nether brick, black terracotta, some cherry logs, and black stone. And we'll start off with just the nether brick, just so we can get the shape right. Wow, I went through the nether brick pretty quickly. Guess I'll need to dip into the nether for a bit. This should be enough. Now that the nether brick is in, we can sprinkle in some of the other blocks. I'll be changing some of these blocks around afterwards, I'm sure, but for now let's get the ground in. I'll be using mostly deep slate and maybe some basalt. And this is where we're at now, looking nice and gloomy. We want a little platform for the pumping machine, so we can stick in some slabs. As for the machine, I want it to be a brownish color, like in the drawing. So I'm starting off with a base of jungle, some slabs for the top. Maybe we can sprinkle in some copper with some dripstone, stripped jungle logs, and light gray terracotta to make it look nice and grungy. And we need a little space right here so we can put in the pistons later. Maybe iron bars for the grate. Slightly weathered copper would look better here. Wax it up. And look! I've learnt my lesson from the last episode, and I'm putting out some copper to oxidize so I don't have to wait. Maybe in these pipes we can put lava in them. I do like it, but I don't like how bright it is now. So maybe I'll just stick to solid blocks. Yep, that looks alright. Next is the lava storage tank. So something like this with acacia, and we can add in some jungle logs and muddy roots for the grungy parts. And some pale oak. I also decided to add in some cyan terracotta. A little window with some trapdoors to check on the lava levels, and a pipe from the pumping machine into the tank. And there can be this other pipe down here for the lava to go from the tank to the smelter. I think this one will have lava in it. There's a bit too much copper right now, so I'm gonna change these to acacia. Seems good. Alright, next comes this machine to cover up the input chests. It's currently flush with the smelter, but if I wanted to match the drawing, I should push it back by a block or two. Alright, it's done. I just have a little bend in the rails. For this machine, I decided on a similar block palette to the pumping machine. It was a bit hard to reach the input chest, so I added some slabs on the ground. Ooh, is that a wandering trader? Hello. That's a very stretchy lead. I'm excited because I installed a new data pack. We have mini blocks now! So cute. Oh, look at this mini pumpkin! I want to collect them all. Anyways, now that all the machines are in, I think it's time to start working on the walls and ceiling. So let's do a quick montage. It's coming together! I want it to be really moody and dingy, so the light levels are pretty low. It's spawn-proof, which is good, but maybe it's a bit too dark. Might be a bit hard to see what's really happening right now. To add a bit of light, maybe there can be a strip of something here in front of the smelter. Maybe magma? Ah, wow, that barely makes a difference. I just had an idea. So the lava gets pumped from the cave into this tank, which gets pushed into the smelter, heating it up, which means there should probably be a way for the lava to drain out of the smelter. So what if there's a lava output here, and the lava goes through some sort of drainage system in the ground, back into the cave, kinda like this. And we can add the lava coming out of the smelter, have it make its way through the channel, and then some copper grates on top to let the light through. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Maybe a bit too bright, but I think it looks okay. So now we need that ventilation duct that exhausts the heat from the smelter. So it comes out like this through the middle, then it turns and goes up out of the hole in the ceiling where the fan is. Trying to decide between these colors. I'm thinking no for the jungle. There's already way too much brownish, tannish color in here. So if I go with a mangrove, I can add in some more reddish blocks. Maybe crimson wood from the nether? Might be a bit too cool toned. With the smooth stone, I can mix in some andesite and regular stone. Maybe some nether brick too? I think I'll go for smooth stone for the input chest machine, and for the ventilation duct, I'll go for the mangrove. Excuse me. Please leave my chickens alone. I'm slowly running out of terracotta, but I think the red one will go pretty good with this. And we can use some trapdoors as the straps for hanging up the duct to the ceiling. Maybe not dark oak though. I'll stick with mangrove so it doesn't stand out too much. Alright. Now that the majority of the room is done, I want to move on to making that bamboo farm. It'll be over here. It won't be a huge one, but hopefully it'll keep up and fuel the smelter automatically. So it'll be back here with some hoppers pointing into the fuel input chest. Ooh, I didn't think I was this close to the surface. Let's just cover it up with some dirt. It's fine. Alright, let me just quickly put this together. It's done. The detectors see the bamboo growing and breaks it with a piston. Just a super basic one. So next is also something with redstone. I want to start on these pistons that'll go inside this pumping machine. So we need the pistons. And it goes something like this. Just going up and down, making some noise and adding movement. Having 3 would be cool, but I think I'll go with 2. We need a block of redstone going back and forth underneath here with a sticky piston. So sticky pistons, which means slimes. Let's go on a quick slime adventure. Luckily there's a pretty big swamp not too far from my base. And there was a witch hut on land? which made me excited because I thought I would be able to get a black cat. So I hunted some salmon just in case. But sadly, I couldn't find the black cat. Another sad thing is that I only found one small slime. So that's not great, but I guess it'll have to do. So the sticky piston would be down here with the redstone block. And it'll be powered on and off and on and off, which makes the block go back and forth. And how do I do this? I have no idea, but I'm sure I could figure it out with the power of YouTube. Hey, I got it working. So it's just a circuit clock thingy. I definitely understand what is happening here. And I have it go up and it's connected to this lever. Whee! I do eventually want to connect this to the smelter, so it'll automatically turn on when the smelter is running. But before we do that, I want to finish off more of the details in this room. Maybe add some more stuff in the ceiling and stuff like that. So I'll bring you back once everything's done. Alright, it's nearly all there. Let's take a look. So we step inside and here it is. Not too much has changed. I added some campfires in the lava here. I got this diamond mini block from a trader, so that's kind of cute. And there's a bit of storage of ore under here. I added more pipes, especially to the ceiling, to add a bit more interest and dimension, using lightning rods. I also changed around the blocks on the smelter a tiny bit. The blackstone is placed around where the vent is, like it's wearing down and getting dirty. I've also added some unstripped mangrove logs to the ventilation duct, just to add to the grime. This room is coming together. I want to fill out this area a bit more. Another machine would go good here, so I drew this. Nice and simple. I'll go for a rusty gray color, like with the lava storage tank. Connect a pipe to a vent that is up here. And some trapdoors for the little window to see inside. Oh no. No. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I think I lost everything. I died in a 1-block hole filled with lava. I dug down, and I got rid of a side block, and there was lava on the other side. I panicked. I thought I could build my way out of it. Well, here's the death hole. Wait. Oh, I just realized I lost the ender chest too. Luckily, I have some tools still. I just need to fix them up a bit. Diamond sword I was using as decoration, coming in handy. And it's raining. That is very fitting. At least I have some diamonds, and they're not all in my ender chest. Chickens. Who knew that I shouldn't dig myself into a hole full of lava? This is actually what I wanted to do before I died. Just put an iron trapdoor as a grate. I don't even like how it looks. I don't think I'm keeping this. Oh well. I should stop sulking. It is what it is. Just gotta keep going. I want to add something to the floor here, and I'm thinking of using some sideway pistons to make it look like a pipe. Right, I guess it won't really work here with the pressure plate. Something like this. It can also go under here too. And it turns inwards. Enderman? Enderman! Don't leave, don't leave! Come on! Yes! Ooh, I'm so lucky. Yay! Oh, but right. I don't have silk touch anymore. I'll just leave it in the house for now. Maybe here? I'm so glad these things survived, but losing my boots with a feather falling 4 still hurts. So to finish off this machine, I want to put something in here. Maybe magma blocks. Not too sure what the function of this machine is, but it looks nice. We can even put some doors here. Maybe it's like an access panel. But let's put in a sneaky bed. All I want to do now is connect all the redstone parts together. So when I flick this lever, these pistons start going, the fan starts spinning, and the chimney smoke gets stronger. I'm sure I could figure out how to do this. Let's dig a little behind here. I believe the minecarts are... oh, right. That block had a rail on it. I'll fix that later. This shouldn't be too hard, but I'll bring you back once I figure everything out. It's done! So let's put something in to smelt. The furnaces turn on. You can hear the horrendous trapdoors of the fan outside. And the smoke is also stronger. The pistons are also running. I did go back to the swamp to get some more slime balls. I still didn't get a lot, I got like 4 slime. But now I can have blocks attached to the pistons. So let's go take a look at my terrible redstone. I put an extra piston here. It's literally doing nothing except adding more noise. There's a detector rail, so whenever the minecart goes over it, it powers this thing, and it keeps a signal on consistently even though the minecart is going on and off of the detector rail. And the power goes down this redstone line to the pistons in the pumping machine, and it also branches off here and it goes up to the fan and the campfire. I barely know what I'm doing, and this is definitely just a cobbled mess, and I'm pretty sure there's a better way to do this, so please don't judge too harshly. And once you turn it off, it takes a little while to fully shut down, which I kinda like actually. So yes, it might not be pretty, but it works. I just remembered that you can put a lever on a furnace and get XP, I think. Ooh, yep, there it is. I think my backyard is pretty much done. Just need to do a tiny bit of landscaping and terraforming, which means I can finally focus on the rest of this area. Like these poor sheep still need a home. And I want to make custom trees. There's this whole archway thing that I had planned. But that's all for future episodes. I really like how the smelter room turned out, and I'm happy I took the time to make things animated. For the next episode, I think it's time to do that Q&A. So if there's still a question you might want to ask me, there's still some time to leave it in the comments. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you soon. Bye!